Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Luke Vaughan. I am back with another Keeping It Real podcast. What's going on, man? It's Thursday morning, and it's still craziness in America. I hope everybody's all right. Hope everybody's doing good. First and foremost, I just want to say I'm working on the audio for this podcast. So this whole entire podcast is going to just be like a little explanation and just a little, a real in-depth explanation of what I got planned for this podcast. So anybody that, is first time listening, this is probably going to be the last podcast with this like audio. This studio is in my house, and I really built it for this podcast, so I'm probably going to keep this studio, make some upgrades slowly and surely, and start revealing a couple other things I got planned. But first and foremost, I just gotta say that I'm using a USB microphone for a podcast, and for a while now I haven't even really listened to the audio to this podcast, and recently I've been listening to my own audio, my own podcast, and just trying to work on making a better product, making better content for anybody who wants to watch this, because I'm not really happy putting out a product that I'm not that I wouldn't want to listen to. So when I first really started listening to my own podcast, obviously the audio is the first thing that came to my face after I got my camera. Obviously, I was struggling with the camera, got my camera situation fixed, and now we're dealing with some audio situations. Not situations, but I want to be able to talk into a mic like loud, and talk over here, blah 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 blah. Like, this audio is it's a very weak audio. Anybody who knows anything about audio knows USB audio USB microphone is probably not the way to go, and it's okay. It's a learning curve. Like I said, my brother used his audio mic for years ago, long time ago, when he used to make small YouTube videos. So it has been passed down the generations. But now I have to take the initiative and take it upon myself to make a nice little investment and invest in some audio equipment. Like I said in my last podcast, I am starting to live stream on Twitch. So if you guys want to go follow my Twitch, blah, 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 Twitch right here. If you guys want to go follow me, my name is The Real Luke Vaughan. The link will be in my description of this video if you guys want to go check out my Twitch. I'm planning on live streaming for a little while now, at least every day. Planning on live streaming a little bit every day. I play some Minecraft, mainly FIFA 20 though. Your boy is trying to be a little bit of a FIFA 20 Ultimate Team gangster. I'm trying to be a freaking gangster on Ultimate Team, so bear with me. I'm trying to learn Ultimate Team. But yeah, this podcast is really to explain the mic situation that I got going on. If anybody doesn't know about audio, let's just have a little talk. I'm just going to explain to you, what I have planned with the audio and what I have planned with this podcast, because I'm sick and tired of making a podcast that like I'll watch the podcast and be like, this isn't, this ain't it, bro, this ain't it. So once I finally got the camera situation basically figured out, I'm gonna work on the camera settings, and I'm gonna have to get I'm probably gonna right now the specific lens that I use for my camera is a very, very, very wide lens, and it's mainly for vlogging. Probably not the best built and created for podcasting, and but that's okay. Like I said, we are dealing with it. We're maneuvering, but at the same time, I want to work on the audio. I really want to start, making these podcasts a lot bit better. A lot funnier, a lot more. I can't do any of the shenanigans that I want to do on my podcast, talk about goofy stuff and get all loud and change my voice, because the mic doesn't even really pick that up. Like I have to, like right now I'm so focused on speaking at this tone and this very monotone voice. So it is very it's very restricting. And once this quarantine, hopefully if we all don't die from this coronavirus and we get off this quarantine, I really want to start interviewing people and having friends and people on the podcast and people that do cool things, and just talk to people on my podcast. I want to invite people to the podcast and start talking and having high quality audio. And if we're talking about serious things and, you know, soft spoken stuff like that, you need a crisp audio. You need that crisp microphone. So I'm taking the step to go to the XLR wave. If anybody knows anything about audio, like truly knows stuff about audio, drop in the comments, you know, any tips, any advice you would drop your boy. Personally, right now I'm thinking about getting the Scarlett 2i2. It's a 2 microphone auxiliary aux like audio interface, so that's gonna be pretty good. And then I'm gonna have to get basically 2 good high quality microphones, and then some nice high quality cables. And then in that aspect, I should be good with those. It's very expensive. Those things I just said 3-4 things, and they are very, very, very expensive. The microphones, if you want to get a higher quality microphone compared to a lower quality microphone, it gets pretty expensive. Even this microphone is actually quite expensive, so I might use this actually has an auxiliary port at the bottom, but at the same time, the I think, what is it, like the audio interface and everything is already built into here, which is probably not what you want. I think I'm gonna get a compressor, I think it is called, but we're looking at it. A dynamic mic, I think it's called, dynamic compressor. I don't know, but I'm still learning about it. I'm still learning about the microphones and trying to figure out that situation, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the microphone and how I'm gonna deal with the audio and trying to make this audio better. That's why I wanted to make a chill podcast today, so you know I don't have to worry about the audio too much. And like I said, I'm looking at the audio and it's just. And I'm gonna go back, listen to it, try to clean it up a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna have to get a real auxiliary audio interface, get that whole like recording system going on, get that popping, okay? And also I think I might want to get like an audio dashboard. Well, what I'm doing is I showed you guys I'm twitching, you know what I'm saying? I'm live streaming on Twitch, so I could use the mic and the audio and all that high quality microphone audio stuff, and I could use it for my live stream and make my live streams better and make my Twitch streams better, so it can be all correlated and used together and spread apart. So that is very good. You know, I'm trying to brainstorm how I can get the best bangity bang for my buckety buck. So that's the beginning of the learning process of, you know, your boy Luke Vaughan trying to upgrade this podcast, because, you know, I finally had the courage to start a podcast. I've always wanted to, you know, I started a podcast, and, you know, I want to keep doing it. I want to make it better, obviously. I want to make it better, and starting it was the first step for sure. So if anybody wants to start something, now's the time. Take the initiative, start what you want to start. And then eventually, once you start it, you're going to hopefully find the drive to want to make it better. And that's where I'm at right now, you know, just trying to make it better, provide a quality of content that I know I can provide. And then once I get to the point where because it's expensive, that's really what it is. I need to buy the technology stuff and then get to that point and then start growing my like technology stuff. Because I'm really like... I'm not a technology kid, dude. I don't know much about audio. I have to watch YouTube videos and fully listen about XLR cables and compressed microphones and all these dynamic microphones. And it's very, you know, your boy is not very diverse upon these subjects, but we're learning. We're grinding. So once I get this audio going, I'm going to be very excited to hopefully, you know, have some fun. And like I said, I'm trying to get like an audio board, so if I'm like, yo, like blah, I don't know, something goofy, and I can hit a button, it's like do 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 do, or I can just like hit like a thing and it goes to like a meme. Or I guess I could just do that, right? I guess I could just like say something goofy and have like a meme that just pops up. But who knows what I'm gonna do. And then I'm also going to start, you know, writing a little bit of jokes for the podcast, you know, have some fun with it, start, you know, experimenting my wordplay, my writing. I'm going to have to start bringing some higher quality content to the table. But like I said, if I have the high quality audio, I don't have to be worried. Like right now, I feel like I'm in a straitjacket, right? Because I'm so constrained to this microphone, because like if you speak to the side, it doesn't sound good, it sounds weird. And if you speak this way, and then if you're not paying attention just for a second, it almost goes mute. So like you just got to be very weary. And then, you know, if I have one person on the podcast that has really never talked into a microphone and is just really good at something, and I want to learn about, you know, what he's doing, and he's like, oh well, I do this, and you know, I can't be like, yo bro, you gotta basically fall in love with the microphone. You know, we got to get the audio. You know, this is a podcast, you know, we got to get the audio. I can't be crying and stressing about the audio. So I'm very excited to announce to you guys that, you know, your boy is investing into the audio. Your boy is investing into the audio. We are learning. If you guys have any recommendations, maybe I heard the Scarlett sounds like the best. It sounds like it's a little bit sold out right now. A lot of these cool little items like podcasting, webcamming, streaming items are starting to sell out. So, you know, I got to beat these people to the game, bro. These people are trying to outwork me. No. It doesn't go like that, pally pal. But I'm also trying to upgrade my basement. I'm also trying to, you know, work on my basement, get the aesthetics pretty, so I can, you know, record nice workout videos that are visually pleasable, aesthetically pleasable, you know, videos that people would want to watch for a solid 9 minutes long. You know, oh, let me work out with this kid. He's working out in a nice little basement setting, looks similar to mine. Whatever it may be. But I'm just trying to work on the content. You know, sometimes I get freaking lost in the sauce trying to make videos all day, and you know, I gotta take a step to the side, you know, like freaking the Tuesday slide. Hand on the handlebars, take a step to the side, you know, like an old lady getting out of the shower. You know, dude, bro, these old people right now you think they're scared? You think they're like petrified? Or you think they don't give a shit? It's like, this virus ain't got shit on me. 70 years in this world. Frickin' Corona ain't got shit on me. That may or may be their mindset. Or I'm sure there's some like that, and then I'm sure there's some that are like looking out the window just like a cat, staring at the light. The sun, it's melting me. Dude, these are terrible times, honestly. It's literally beautiful outside, and it's like, I feel like I ran 3 miles at 7 a.m. So, you know, your boy don't really need to go for a run or a walk. You know what I'm saying? You get that early exercise. You feel me? But like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can really only go for a walk around like the neighborhood. Like, that's nice and all. Like, the parks are closed. I can't walk in the woods. I can't go pet a pet. I can't go feed the deer. It's ridiculous, man. All the fishing, I have to go to like sketchy fishing places that like are like side of the road shit, because those are like the only like not state park closed. Like, those aren't the waters that are closed. It's really sketchy, but it's weird, man. It's a weird time right now. I don't like it. Like, I had all these plans to go out and do this stuff, and Corona's like, oh, Luke, you're gonna have to wait a few months. You're gonna have to wait a few months on that, bro. It's like, what? I don't want to do that. Gotta get this shit done now. But yo, shout out to my boy Jan for hooking me up and letting me know about first off, he put me on this guy Andy Frisella. I don't know if anybody watches him. I'm sure someone does. Andy Frisella is a businessman. He has his own podcast. He's a pretty well-known podcast, and that's how I first, you know, heard about him. That's how I see a lot of people repost his podcast. So that's kind of how I see his name get, you know, moved around on social media through his podcast. He's got a pretty banging podcast, and my boy Jan has been telling me about it for so long. And the other day, it was just early in the morning, and he just sent me, he was like, yo, you should listen to this podcast. Like, I've been listening to it for a minute. Like, and I was just like, you know what? Like, Jan's been listening to this guy for a minute. Like, I knew that, and I was just like, let me give it a listen. Pretty good shit. Not gonna lie. Shout out Andy for shout out that boy Jan, and shout out that boy Andy, because that good motivation makes you want to get out of bed and go get that bag. Go get that bag. Hey, go get that bag. Hey, your boy is streaming though, dude. I'm hype, bro. I'm hype. I was streaming. I went pretty hardcore last night in FIFA. I got tired, but I'm about to stream low key this afternoon, pretty hardcore. before I eat some dinner, I'm gonna stream for probably like 2-3 hours on Twitch. This podcast is probably gonna be posted tomorrow, so guys, just follow me on Twitch. If you're watching this right now, I may or may not be live on Twitch, or I may or may not have just went live, or I may or may not be going live in a few hours. So just be aware. I'm going to be going live all the time. Eventually, once I build up a few followers on Twitch, I'm probably gonna put out a little schedule when I go live, what time I'll be going live, and stuff like that. Like I said, audio. Trying to work on the audio. I also said that the Scarlett 2i2 is sold out, so let's see if it's still sold out. I'm sure it's still sold out, I got my eyes on it, And guys, for the gaming setup, let me give you a little not advice, but just like update of what I got. So if anybody saw my video yesterday or 2 days ago where I posted, my gaming setup, what I got going on with my whole stream setup, and now I realized all I really have to do is get a monitor or possibly 2 monitors if I want to play on one monitor. I'm probably going to get 2 monitors, and then because one of the monitors I showed you guys was actually a TV, so it's not really the same, but I'm probably going to get the 2 monitors and then hook up the PS4 to I'm going to have to get an Elgato HD60S. That's probably the specific Elgato that I'm getting. I'm going to get that Elgato, and then I'm going to hook up the Elgato to the PS4, and then obviously hook up the Elgato to the MSI, to either the MSI or straight to probably the MSI, right? Yeah, it goes to the MSI, and then the MSI would be hooked up on a nice little larger screen. I can just play on the screen, and then I can play on a nice little screen too, and then see my chat. So guys, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I'm getting my Twitch figured out. I'm really trying to have some fun on Twitch, bring some quality content over to Twitch, and bring some Twitchers over to this podcast and to my YouTube. So yeah, that's lit. So this is really what this podcast was about, just like give you guys an update of what I got going on, trying to stay as quiet and calm as possible to help this audio, because that is my biggest dilemma. Because in all reality, this podcast, like, I'm trying to be goofy, because I am a freaking goofball. Like, it is what it is. We all are goofy, you're a goofy goober, and I'm a freaking, I don't have anything to rhyme with that, but like, I'm trying to be getting loud. I'm probably gonna have to soundproof. Dude, this is a process. I'm probably gonna have to soundproof this room and soundproof my bedroom, because I'm gonna be talking loud, gaming, podcasting, especially once I have some good audio. I don't gotta worry about being quiet. But I'm not trying to rattle the house. Especially I wake up pretty early and have a pretty healthy morning routine, so I can't be I'll be streaming at like 9 a.m. to get that. Because I play FIFA, so what happens is a lot of people in Europe and United Kingdom, it's different, obviously different time zones. So I low-key gotta be on top of that and just be aware of what time their audience is awake and stuff like that. So we cooking up. But yeah, very exciting stuff. It's very a learning process. Some days, like I said, you get lost in the sauce of trying to bust out videos. That sounded a little weird, but trying to bust out some videos and just go hard making content. Every once in a while, you need a day to step back, watch all your content, see some of the stuff that what are you doing wrong, what can you be doing better, what can you be doing better right now, what are some steps that you can take to start making it better. So that is really what I'm trying to do. If anybody is trying to get in like all I can say is, if I can recommend, read some books that you guys want to read, bro. Read some books that you guys want to read and start getting in the flow state, man. Start treating yourself right, man, because we gonna be cooking up. Fix your diet. Like I said, man, now is the time. We got nothing but time. I know a lot of people are stressing, first-hand experience. We got the pops downstairs. He's trying to get back to work. My dad works construction, so if he's not working, he's not making money. So he's obviously trying to get back to work. He works in New York, so it's very scary. Him going to New York and having to come back, and him trying to go back to New York and work and make money. And it's like, bro, there's a freaking New York is the biggest hit state, So it's crazy. And New York City, like, he works in the city, so takes the train and all that shit. So it's like, god damn, bro, like, relax. relax. We got a family at the crib. Oh, dog. I ain't trying to get that. But, man, I understand it. But like I said, now is the time to be reading the books, reading the leadership books. If you're a manager at a job, start reading like a nice little leadership book. If you've never played in the stock market, open a stock market account. Just open a portfolio. You don't gotta go freaking buy stocks. You don't gotta make all this money in the stock market right now, dude. Open an account. You got an account made? Okay, buy a stock. You know, maybe write down some stocks. I don't know. I'm not a stock guy, but that's just first thing that came to my head. You want some sneakers? You know, I'm sure there's some sneakers at some low prices right now. You know, save up. You know, buy a sneaker. You know, it's probably not gonna reach that price again. So just be aware of that. And this is how I'm also looking at it. Like, I might as well take some of the chances that I need to take now to prepare myself for when this quarantine is over. So like, what was I gonna? I don't know how I wanted to word it. Just like, so I'm ready, you know. Like, and think about it. Like, if we all get the coronavirus and die, like, all right, then at least I went out being ready to not die. Like, damn, bro. Like, oh my God, I don't know. It's just funny. Like, that's just how I'm thinking at it. Like, you might as well go out swinging. Like, at the end of the day, you want to hang up your boots. At the end of the day, you want to hang up your boots and you want to have no regrets. I don't know what the kids have on. Was it no ragrats? No rugrats? No regrets, man. You want to hang up the boots at the end of the day and have no regrets. That's how I try to, you know, mold my days and try to mold some of the part of my mindset that I try to keep, you know. If I could have done a podcast that day, like, damn, bro, I probably should have made that podcast. But just a little bit of motivational words for you guys. You know, if anybody needs some motivation, every once in a while, you know, I'm gonna have to drop some hardcore motivational podcasts because, you know, I do get in the flesh sometimes, and, you know, I'm ready to drop some motivation. But, you know, every once in a while, in motivational podcasts, you get serious, you get low, you get yo, and then you fucking screaming and yelling, and sometimes you don't know how it's gonna go. So that's why you need that high quality audio. So right now, like, it's fucking screaming and yelling. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I hope this sounds good. I'm gonna have to post this no matter what, because I have to keep you guys posted with this podcast. I have to let you know what the plan is with this podcast. I just want to keep you guys updated. I really want to take this podcast to the next level. That's a huge reason why I started this freaking podcast. I don't know what I just did right there. I think I just played the drums. But that's a huge reason why I just started this podcast, or started my YouTube, is because I want to do a podcast. I want to, you know, talk to people, conversate, make some content in this type of, you know, content aspect. But audio is becoming a very big dilemma in my podcast world, so I'm gonna have to chop it up like some rice, and figure it out. But man, I hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's, you know, being healthy. Like I said, now's the time. Start eating a little bit healthier. You know, the food stores, the grocery stores are low on certain foods, so stop buying the unhealthy foods that the stores are already low on them. Stop buying them. You know, you want to stop eating them. Stop buying them. You know, that's the biggest thing with diet. If it's not in your house, if it's not in the cabinet, then you can't eat it. You're going to have to go out and drive and eat it. And if you do that, then sheesh, you're really not even trying. You're really not even trying. I've been there. No doubt. And no doubty doubt. And also, I'm trying to make these podcasts a little bit longer. So like, if I'm, like, right now I'm 20 minutes in and I'm starting to, you know, starting to lose a little bit of focus in speaking into the microphone very softly and concisely, you know. I need that audio to pick up my shit, because I'm trying to make these podcasts nice and long and lengthy and fun and turn up, and at least, like, I'm trying to have like a nice hour-long podcast, you know. If someone wants to sit down for an hour and hear me talk some shit and talk about some sports, talk about everything that's going on, I'm more than happy to do that. But I really can't do that with with this microphone right now, and I'm just like I said, this podcast is specifically to let you guys know we are taking I would say in Trump's words, we're taking that was the worst Trump impersonation I could have ever done. I don't even know how, like, some people nail it. Like, you ever see someone, like a comedian, do a Trump, like, impersonation, and he sounds just like Trump? You're like, how the hell, like, are you Trump, bro? Like, what the hell? But, I just want you guys to know that I'm really taking the next, like, I'm taking the correct steps in trying to take this podcast to the next level. So we got to get the audio, we got to get the real XLR cables, we got to get the real XLR microphones, we got to get the real audio interface. We're going to eventually have to get a freaking mixer and a board and have some fun with that. And that is what's going to have to happen. So I'm more than willing to do that. I'm more than willing to take those steps and take this podcast to the next level. So that is my 1-2 to you. That's my 1-2 to you. I like that. Yeah, I like that. But guys, that's really all it was today in this podcast. My head is a little cold. I gotta wrap it up. But seriously, these podcasts are a little difficult because I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to listen to it, and there's going to be some pieces where the audio is perfectly fine, probably like the last, 30 seconds, talking nice and simple, nice and calm. But, if we're being authentic, like, we can't talk like this for an hour. Like, it's not really, I gotta talk, bro. So, the audio is going to be essential, like that essential water. But guys, thank you so much for watching me. Like I said, guys, Twitch link is in the description. My Instagram link is in the description. You guys can go follow me on both. I would appreciate that. Check out my channel. Consider subscribing. I like to post a lot of videos, workout videos, Supreme videos, vlogs. I'm starting to do some garden videos, fishing videos. Just trying to diversify myself, hopefully make the vlogs eventually a little bit longer, a little bit more compact with some fun content and stuff like that. But right now, like I said, trying to upgrade this podcast, trying to get this audio. But thank you so much for listening, guys. Be safe, be healthy, take it easy, keep it freaking real, dude. Keep it freaking real. That's how we ended it on this one. Keep it freaking real. Deuces.